Hey Daniel, couple details I guess. So the first one I want to show you is, let me go into settings and down to shunt resistance. So I don't know how well this shows up on camera, but 0.3 is as low as it'll go. I can't set it lower than that, and there's a smidge less shunt resistance in here. So anyway, it doesn't read current right. On my watt meter, so let me go back. And so I'm looking at the phone, and I'm looking at my watt meter, which is right here. And that watt meter is pretty close to accurate. It's like about a half an amp off. So anyway, on the motor, so it says like 7.5 amps, and the app says 4.8 amps. And it's because I can't set the shunt resistance lower than 0.3 ohms in the app. So anyway, it's not going to read shunt resistance right, and as a result, the app's not going to read current right, because it won't go lower than 0.3. Anyway, as you can see, the motor runs. So this motor, because it's got N45 magnets in it, there's a fair bit of resistance to turning here. And that's just the cogging from the magnets being attracted to the iron in the stator. So anyway, let me try to do this here so you can see what I'm talking about at low RPMs. There we go. Just kind of go. Anyway, what that's about is the motor's running slow enough that the controller is still fighting to overcome the magnetic forces of the magnets wanting to be attracted to the stator iron. So you can get that. But if you get a little more throttle, it takes right off. So let me get a little bit more throttle. You'll see what I mean. Wait, see, I get slow. And that's like almost no throttle at all. But if I get slow, it does that little kind of thing. And it's just the magnets because they're so strong. Anyway, give a little bit more RPMs. Takes right off. Like that. So anyway, I think you're good to go. Oh, and I guess the other thing to point out is, as you can see, both temp sensors are reading now. So I just have an external one, plugged in at the moment. But that's obviously the place where your motor would go to, and well, the internal one is on the controller, and that one's reading 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So I think we're good to go. Other than one little detail, and that is that the temp sensor in the motor died. That's the one that came from the factory, so I've got to figure that out yet. But otherwise, everything is done. So I'm going to do that before I ship this thing out, but it's finished.